Most lawyers hate to talk about business development. The idea of sales makes their stomach turn. Most of you got into the business of law because you wanted to make a difference. You loved the research, you loved the law itself. You never thought that you had to go out and actually drum up business. In fact, I have talked to dozens of attorneys who told me that one of the reasons they went into practicing law was they didn't want to have to be in sales. One woman told me that her dad was a salesman and she used to watch him like slide the contract across the table and try to get people to buy the insurance products that he was selling. And she just always felt uneasy about it. So she went into law and went to work for a big law firm because she figured she would never have to be a salesperson. And yet, the big secret that they rarely tell you in law school is that if you want to be a successful lawyer, you have to be able to develop business. So 20 years ago, I worked for two AmLaw 100 law firms as their director of business development. And I had the pleasure to actually work with and coach many attorneys on how to pay attention to the idea of how do I drum up business in a positive way without being smarmy, and which will allow me the time to go and do what I love, which is to practice law. And now I work one-on-one with select lawyers who are really interested in coming up with a way to make their business development not a series of peaks and valleys where they do a bunch of business development, they get the work, and then a year later, they're like, oh my gosh, I have no new work. And it just goes like this throughout the whole thing, up and down. But I work with lawyers who want to have consistency. They want to get involved in their community. They want to serve their constituency, and they want to build a reputation and a brand that's going to allow their phone to ring with the right type of clients. Now, if this was easy, every lawyer would do it, and nobody in your firm would not be hitting their billable hours. If this was easy, everybody would just have more business than they knew what to do with. But if you're watching this video, I assume that you're a senior associate trying to make partner, or you're a junior partner who is getting that pressure that now, after a couple of years, you're really expected to have a book of business. And nobody ever taught you this in law school. Well, that's what I'm here to do. I want to work with you to make business development not give you a stomach ache, but instead make it something that you look forward to. I want to make it bite size so that you can take certain actions, not just once, not just twice, but every quarter for the rest of your career, that you can bite size and systematically do the things that's going to raise your reputation, allow you to meet more people, get deeply involved in your community, and end up with a practice that you're going to be proud of and it's going to make you portable. Because let's face it, the lawyer who has a big book of business and a great reputation gets to call the shots. One that doesn't have any business really has to rely on other people in their firm, and they're always at risk that if tough times come and decisions have to be made, they could be one of those hard decisions and they could be pushed out. I don't want that to be you. You don't want that to be you. So let's have a conversation and see if having a business development coach is the right thing for you. It's not right for everybody. And in some cases, people don't want to make that investment of time or of money, and that's totally cool. But if you've watched this video to this point, reach out to me at Thom, Thom, at thomsinger.com, and let's have a conversation and see if working together would be a really good fit. Because I don't want to work with everybody, and not everybody's going to pick me as the right coach, but I will help guide you to a couple of things to make sure that you're interviewing 3 or 4 coaches and finding a way to figure out who's the best for you. I hope we can have a conversation.